My name is Destin Pretty. I was about 6 or 7 years old. I'd say it was 2002, 2003, if I'm not mistaken. And it was about 10 o'clock that night. I was being put to bed by my parents. My parents and my grandmother being on my mom's side, they were all doing what they usually did every night, which was sit around in the living room, watch TV. And I used to sleep in my grandmother's room, so I would sleep all the way in there on the other side of the house. Now, I was there laying in bed, about to fall asleep, and I heard my grandmother on my dad's side's voice very clearly say my name. And it sounded like it literally came from the room, not in my head. At the time, the grandmother that was on my dad's side, she lived in Oklahoma. We lived in Forest City, Arkansas at the time. So it was very like, if I heard her voice, I thought she was here, kind of thing. And she was nowhere there. It sounded like it was coming from a closet, which I would say was right across from my grandma's bed, with the door exiting the room being down by the foot of the bed. I got up out of bed, and especially after I got no response, and went into the living room and asked if any of them had asked her, had said my name, and they said no, but you should be in bed. And I explained to them what I heard. And all I can remember is, to this day, my dad told me, don't speak to it because that's a demon. It freaked me out actually a little bit, just because like when he said like don't answer it, I had already said yeah, because I thought someone called my name. So I was just like, what if I did answer it? I don't know. See, outside of the voice thing, which really kind of like irked me, just because it was like, it was my name as well as a voice that I recognized. That's what kind of got me there. Mm-hmm. But as far as like, I don't know, like random things falling or being knocked over, I'm usually pretty quick to dismiss all that. I'd usually just kind of chalk it up to things that we can't see that we already acknowledge are there, like wind. You know, I think sometimes a draft can pick up in a way that you just don't fully comprehend. And so, especially if you're not watching it at the time of it's happening, you know, it could really like, it could have been anything. You don't know. Could have been a mouse, could have been anything, but.
I'm so intrigued. I wish it was longer. You know what I mean?
I know. I like, it's one thing I can say that I couldn't explain growing up, that I would say is pretty paranormal, or what you'd say.
Did you check the closet?
No, I was about 6 or 7 years old. I wasn't trying to mess around with demons. My dad told me that night that he thinks it was a demon, so I didn't even know what a demon was fully, but that didn't sound like something fun to play with.